Hello, this is Alethea Nails. Our name is Greek for Temple of Truth, and the word truth in Greek has the meaning of having the secret revealed. Likewise, the title, Returning to Father's Principle, signifies the need to return to the original point of the principle because the current reality is distant from the teachings of True Father. Currently, many of the hidden secrets are being revealed. Because now is such a time, we have been testifying through the series of Returning to Father's Principle that there is a need to return back to the principle. Today's theme is the Unification Church 2. In the introduction of the Divine Principle, it mentions, what is more, although Christian doctrine teaches that all humanity descended from the same parents, many citizens of Christian nations who profess this doctrine will not even sit together with their brothers and sisters of different skin colors. This illustrates the actual situation of today's Christianity, which has lost much of the power to put the words of Jesus into practice. It has become a house of lifeless rituals, a whitewashed tomb. This excerpt emphasizes that if the practice of God's love is lost, no one, even the Christian believers who preach how everyone is one family under God, will be able to humble themselves. Christians will not be able to practice this core teaching of Jesus. This lost practice led Christians to build the walls of their own and not even sit together with their brothers and sisters of different skin colors. Christianity has forgotten the sacrifice, love, and devotion of Jesus, who was sacrificed to forgive the sins of humankind. Instead, they have prioritized maintaining the organization of the church. This has resulted in Christianity being the gray-stained tomb of rituals. Jesus condemned the hypocrisy in the teachers of laws and Pharisees who became people that meaninglessly practice faith, focusing on their own salvation. How terrible for you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You give to God 1/10 even of the seasoning herbs, such as mint, dill, and cumin, but you neglect to obey the really important teachings of the law, such as justice and mercy and honesty. These you should practice without neglecting with others. How terrible for you, teacher of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You clean the outside of your cup and plate, while the inside is full of what you have gotten by violence and selfishness. Wine Pharisees, clean what is inside the cup first, and then the outside will be clean too. How terrible for you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You are like whitewashed tombs, which looks fine on the outside, but are full of bones and decaying corpses on the inside. In the same way, on the outside you appear good to everybody, but inside you are full of hypocrisy and sins. The Unification Church has taught that the chosen people, who were stubborn in their realm of practicing faith and following the rituals of their faith, failed to receive the Messiah when He brought the new truth during the last days. The Pharisees and the teachers of the law, who were in the leadership position in Judaism, could not receive the first advent of the Messiah, and Christianity also could not receive the second advent of the Messiah. The Unification Church members are a herd that True Father, who is the second advent, has gathered. We are aware that we are the chosen third Israelites, and we have responded to True Father's providence with all our efforts. We are the herd who walks along with the living Messiah, and we have received and believed that we did receive the Messiah, unlike Judaism and Christianity. True Father gave an example in his autobiography, as a peace-loving global citizen, of a tree that does not complain if a vine wraps around its trunk. More so, True Father explains, the truth of the universe is that we must acknowledge each other and help each other. Even in the smallest animals know this. Cats and dogs do not get along, but if you raise them in the same household, they embrace each other's offspring and are friendly toward each other. Living for the sake of each other is what the natural world is, and the natural world does not complain about each other. Why can't human beings do the same? True Father stated that truth does not have two hearts, love and resentment. Truth loves everything and everyone. Truth will love hated people and good people. And True Father stated that this is the definition of who a true individual is. True Father even loved people that others held grudges against. We are more than anyone else, the people that must be practicing those teachings of True Father. If we are, however, stepping on people and looking down on others' religions, these actions are not of goodness, and these actions conflict with the teachings of True Father. The critical fact is making sure that I am not just part of a church organization, but making sure that I am practicing True Father's word and in a state where I can bear the responsibility by the word in the last days. True Father is the standard for the judgment by the word. True Father came as the perfected figure of the word. The word is God's love. Therefore, the final questions that will be asked are questions such as, how close am I to being a substantial being of God's love? Am I creating a true family by practicing God's love? The Jewish believers were the first chosen Israelites. They were the people that had been prepared for 2,000 years to receive Jesus, the second advent, the first advent. The Jewish people, however, failed to receive the internal world of heart of Jesus and did not have a reciprocal relationship with the world of love. Instead, they made their determination about Jesus based on his external appearance, the son of a poor carpenter, and looked down on him. In the same way, Christian believers were the second chosen Israelites. God prepared these people for 2,000 years to receive the second advent of Jesus, and they have long awaited for the second advent of Jesus. But Christians did not even try to receive the true love, the resurrected love of Jesus that was manifested in True Father himself. Christians externally viewed True Father as a young Korean man and did not receive True Father as the second advent of the Messiah. As the replacement of Christianity, True Father has raised the third chosen Israelites, the Unification Church members. The first chosen Israelites became chosen people through circumcision. The second chosen Israelites stood as chosen people through baptism, and the third chosen Israelites stood as the chosen people by the blessing. Blessed families have walked with the substantial Messiah for decades to fulfill the course of the providence and the Unification Church, which True Father created to proceed with the providence. Because we are aware of this, we have believed that we would not fail like the first and the second chosen Israelites. But if we don't seek for True Father Shimjang, he cannot reveal his painful situation through prayer and sincerity, and we cannot unite in heart with the Messiah. If we cannot unite in heart with the Messiah, we are no different from the disciples of Jesus that followed him only externally 2,000 years ago. We are the same as those disciples that doubted Jesus in the end. If a believer is only following whatever is instructed for their own salvation, that is not an attitude to build the kingdom of heaven on earth. Rather, it can be considered conditional faith. If the Unification Church movement is truly in this state, believers must return to the principle as of right now. When we say to return to the principle, it means nothing else but to return to true Father. Thank you for watching.